Hello and welcome to this episode of EMS Now Up Close. I'm Eric with EMS Now, and today it's my pleasure to speak for the first time with Jonathia Ang-Mueller. She is the Vice President with Nordson Electronic Solutions, and everybody knows Nordson for their family of products that they bring to the market. And Jonathia can say more about this, but primarily in the fluid dispensing and surface treatment kind of solutions is what they provide to help protect sensitive electronics in manufacturing. So, Jonathia, welcome. I'm looking forward to the opportunity to get to know a little more about you and Nordson.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you. Maybe I can start with a little bit about myself.
Please do.
Uh, I am a 30-year veteran with Nordson. Started with Nordson actually right after engineering school. I went to school as an electrical electronic engineer, and that was back in Singapore. So I have been with Nordson for a long time, been through their different divisions from the industrial business to the medical, and have been in and out of the electronics industry several times. Obviously, as a electrical electronic engineer, that's where my passion and my love is
Mhm.
with just the advancement and the innovations of this market is most interesting for me. So I've been very much in the commercial arena. So with Nordson, mostly in the sales and the marketing area, always global. And as you know, with Nordson, we are very well situated around the world. We have facilities in most every region and distributorship also with a lot of different uh, industries and markets
Mhm.
around the world. So Nordson Electronics Solutions is a division that I just took over about less about a year ago. And prior to that, I was in the growth and strategy part of this
Okay.
division. What's very exciting about our division is that with the advent of what we are hearing all in the news with artificial intelligence and all this, we're having a really robust year. And I'm very excited to be leading the division at this time, which seems to be really a moment in time, a moment in history as we
Mhm.
move, or we call the blackberry moment, where
Yeah.
we move into this whole alternative or the beginning of an exciting new chapter in technology. So we're seeing a truly robust year. It's starting off extremely busy. And our customers are frantically chasing the artificial intelligence market. It's a lot of exciting innovations happening.
Okay. Very good. And just to make sure everybody understands the products or the brands, whatever, however you refer to them within Nordson Electronic Solutions, I said three as I knew it, the ASYMTEK, the March, and the Select. Is that all of them? Did I have that correct? Did I miss?
That is correct. The ASYMTEK product line includes our dispensing systems, and primarily that's used for underfill, maybe some solder paste as well. We also have a conformal coating system
Hmm.
for putting conformal coating on PCB boards. The
Hmm.
March systems are our surface treatment systems, and that's for surface activation,
Hmm.
cleaning, and then our selective soldering systems is in the smallest portion of our entire portfolio.
Okay, very good. And I will say, having traveled over the years and toured a lot of EMS facilities, I've seen quite a few Nordson machines out there in in practice, globally. So it's obviously to your point about being a global brand supporting all these markets. It's very true from my experience. So.
Yes, it's always very gratifying when you walk into a factory and you see rows and rows of our machines. We do a very small part, but very important process in the
Mhm.
whole, electronics manufacturing. It's a very critical process of, huge line, right?
Yeah.
But that's why our customers rely on us for our quality products and
Mhm.
the innovation that we bring.
Yeah.
to the process. Yeah.
Good. I wanted to dig into a few things there about the business there and how it is currently. And I know that being close to the customer is obviously something that is super important that helps you stay on the leading edge, so to speak, right? So can you maybe
Yes.
expand upon that a little and tell us how that works?
Yeah, so being close to the customer is extremely important. So, as a US company, we are headquartered in Carlsbad, California.
Mhm.
However, most of our customers and are outside of the US. A huge concentration of customer in the Asia region, a small number in the US, significant important customers, but smaller in terms of revenue, and also in the European region. So most
Mm.
of our customers are in Asia. So, being close to the customer in Asia means having manufacturing close to the customer, having engineering close to the customer, not only our front end, which is our
Hmm.
sales and our service, but also our back end, which is all the support. And right now, we are also working through innovation and being in Asia, bringing out a small section of our new product development into Asia so that we can understand from the customers and work with them simultaneously as they innovate, because right
Hmm.
now there's a lot of partnership. Like I said, with the advent of AI and the technology being new, customers are experimenting and they want us to experiment alongside them. And so
Mm.
being close to the customer is extremely important.
Yeah. I've heard it said before that sales sells the first machine, but your service support sells every subsequent one, right?
That is absolutely correct. That's
No. Now you mentioned Asia too, and I wanted to dig in because two areas there. Obviously, India is the very hot story, has been in the industry. What's your experience there? How's the business in India developing for you?
India is incredibly exciting right now. So Nordson has had a presence in India for the last 30 years. So as long
Mm,
as
okay.
I've been with Nordson, we have had Nordson India. And recently we celebrated our 30th anniversary. So it's
Okay.
it's very gratifying to see over these last 3 decades we've built customer relationships and in several industries. But today the momentum that we're seeing in India is unlike anything that we have seen in the past. As
Mhm.
you know, post-COVID, a lot of companies, Nordson included, made a decision to leverage our Bangalore facility to expand our footprint, right? This is a lot of companies are working towards diversifying their base. So we have the
Mhm.
same, and part of our broader global initiative of diversification, increasing our uh, resilience, and then being, like we said, close to the customer.
Mhm.
So a lot of our other customers, our global customers and regional customers, are also increasing their investments in India. So, they're pulling us, and we are also getting there to support them. They are attracted by the strength of the domestic market. It's a very
Mhm.
huge, untapped market. And it's a strategic hub that they wanted to also develop. So as our customers scale up, they also expect us, their suppliers, to be present, to be
Yeah.
capable and ready.
Mhm.
So we have moved in together with our customers. And what's interesting is that the local India supply ecosystem is evolving and maturing very quickly. Now, for our business, for my business of manufacturing of high precision electronics, equipment, is something that the suppliers have to learn how to meet that quality expectation that we have.
Mhm.
It's a little higher than what they have been traditionally used to.
Mm.
However, this is an opportunity. We work very closely with those suppliers. We elevate their capabilities. We teach them in terms of process, right? How to be consistent and how to meet the stringent requirements of our industry.
Yeah.
And so it's not just about meeting today's needs, it's about building this manufacturing ecosystem, right? That can also support India's ambition to be
Yeah.
a global electronics hub. So it's a very exciting, and we're very happy to be in
Mhm.
the beginning, I would say, of this journey.
Yeah, no, it truly is over there. The dynamic, I went there for the first time last year and toured and met with a lot of EMS companies. I'm looking forward to going back. It's a very exciting. I echo your comments. I've never seen anything like it. And, it's interesting because I made the comparison. It's exactly what China went through 20, 30 years
Mhm.
ago, right?
Yes.
And I wanted to ask you about China too, because a lot of people see India as being positioned as the China plus one strategy in
Mm.
there. But you still do a very strong business in China. China still remains very robust and strong. Maybe speak to
Yes.
that a little bit.
Yeah, over the last several decades, China has built one of the world's most advanced and efficient manufacturing infrastructures,
Yeah.
right? The depth of the supply chain, right, from raw materials to precision components, as well as the speed in which they can scale. This is unparalleled
Yeah.
today, still, right?
Yeah.
So with this, China still is a very big part of our strategy because it allows us to operate at a level of productivity, cost efficiency, and responsiveness that is still difficult to replicate elsewhere.
Mm.
Beyond the scale, the Chinese workforce is a very highly skilled, strongly competent workforce, right? Specifically in our area of electronics, automation, high precision assembly, right? Even our customers, contract manufacturers going to India, they still have a ways to go in terms of elevating to the kind of productivity that we see
Yeah.
in China. So at Nordson, we continue to invest in China in a very targeted and strategic way. Strategies is not static, right? We have to continually adapt to things around us, right? Whether that's upgrading our capabilities, enhancing local engineering, suppliers, our goal is really to maintain a strong, resilient, and competitive presence
Hmm.
globally, right? And our customers want that from us. They want us to deliver high quality products, fast turnaround, and
Hmm.
give them a reliable supply. And where I manufacture it from, I'm gonna, mix and match and provide those capabilities to the customers.
Yeah. Now, you've mentioned a few times, I wanted you to get you to expand about supporting your customers and kind of with what's important for them. And that's been a theme throughout your comments here, I'm noticing. So it's very core to who Nordson obviously is. Maybe expand, I mean, what is it that you're hearing, or maybe does that give you a sense of the direction the industry is moving?
Yeah, I think what's important to our global customers, a lot of my customers are global customers.
Hmm.
And what truly differentiates Nordson, right, is the ability to deliver on, I would say, five core expectations. Is high quality products, right? Because of the industry that we serve, there's just,
Hmm.
we're talking microscopic scales. We're
Yeah.
talking, aerospace, right? We're talking
Hmm.
electronics and cars and AIs and autonomous driving and all that. There's no room for error, right? So high quality products, reliable products. The market is also requiring us for fast turnaround. Speed matters more than ever, right?
Yeah.
We can tell them what our lead time is. It really doesn't matter. They want it when they want it, right?
Yeah.
And number three is reliable supply, right? Post COVID disruption of the recent years, right?
Hmm.
Customers just want stability and predictability. They want a supplier that they can rely on. And
Hmm.
then also adaptability. The world's environment is more dynamic than ever. Policies
Hmm.
change, supply routes shift, customer footprints evolve. So for my global customers, they want us to be where they will be not only today, but tomorrow,
Yeah.
right? So we as Nordson, with our global presence, is a natural partner
Hmm.
because we are already there. We may not have maybe the scale, but we can certainly build up from that
Mhm.
little seed that wherever we are, they are, right? And then the last thing is continued innovation. And that's why I'm very excited about this industry, electronics industry, because it's one word for this industry is innovation. We don't stand still. It continuously evolves. We are always being, some people might find that very tiring, but I find that very invigorating.
Right.
That there's always another step higher in this
Mhm.
evolution of technology,
Yeah.
right? So as Nordson, we continuously aim to work with the best of the best and
Mhm.
continuously work on delivering what we haven't done before. So that's
Right.
very exciting.
Yeah. When I think about your equipment too, I think about the importance of sustainability and the environmental component to this, right? Because obviously you're doing we know when you go into factories and there's an odor in a room, there's usually some type of surface treatment going on, right? But that's different. So I'm assuming the innovation and being leading edge involves that as well and having to manage that from your customers' expectations.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So we also partner with fluid manufacturers. And
Hmm.
right, it starts with the fluid. So the
Yeah.
fluid needs to, they're working towards more sustainable fluid, the ones that do not VOCs and that sort of thing, right? So we work with them so that as they develop new fluids, we can help with the dispense so that together we provide a more sustainable, environmentally friendly solution to the end
Hmm.
customer.
Excellent. Excellent. Before I let you go, this has been fascinating, but I wanted to give you a chance to tout where people can come and meet with Nordson. We're in March now, so this month I believe you have both Apex in Anaheim and Semicon China. Why don't you tell us about what you're doing there?
Yes, so we have two trade shows coming up. Is one is in Apex in Anaheim, and we will have a booth there with our conformal coating systems that I talked about, as well as our selective soldering synchro system. I will be there on one of the 3 days, and looking forward to meet up with the customers. We will also have Semicon China, and where our most high level dispensing platform called our Vantage platform will be there. We will be showcasing our clean room Vantage at that
Okay.
show as well. So welcome the customers to come and view the equipment.
Good. Excellent. And at Apex, I won't be going to China, but I will be going to Anaheim, and I
Oh,
know it's at booth 1831 there. So people listening who are interested like to meet with Jonathia and learn more about Nordson, please come see there. I know I'm going to go by and kind of get a demo and see this. It's always important to see it happen and live in person, and really to better
yes.
understand it. And especially the selective solder, because I see more of that in the facilities when I go around nowadays than the traditional wave solder thing. A lot of people really appreciate that technology in the industry, I think.
Yeah, and when you talk about sustainable, this selective soldering system hits the mark in so many areas.
Yeah.
It provides a smaller footprint. It also is, you don't have huge ovens and stuff because you're, putting it where it needs to go. So there's a lot of advantages. So I do welcome you to come see it in person.
Good. Well, thank you for that, Jonathia. It's been a real pleasure spending some time with you, learning more about both you and what Nordson has to offer here. I look forward to seeing you in Anaheim and hope we can do this again sometime.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, ma'am.